Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good vibes, good energy, good people. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, y'all know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Thank God it's Friday. We made it. If you're living and you're out there breathing this fresh air, we made it. We got a lot of things to talk about, you guys. I know. It's. I've seen a whole lot of things I wanted to bring to you guys, but I'm gonna try to pack it all in this little Friday package for you guys, so you guys could take it in and understand what I'm saying, man. Now, we're gonna just kick it off with the Diddy, man. It's a lot of things I've seen and little things outside. I'm like, what? It's so crazy. See, a lot of the silence now we're seeing. A lot of people are involved in this whole Diddy situation. What about Jodeci, the DeVante Swing dude? They said that he witnessed it. And they're not saying that he participated in it, but he witnessed Diddy doing something to a minor. And talk about stand up. In these times, man, I tell you, to find somebody to stand up, to find somebody to a stand up man for some of these women out there, man, they got better chances dating a statue. Because a lot of these people out here, they're not themselves, man. You can't believe in a lot of these people. And if you ask me the way things are looking right now, yeah, Diddy's getting close to life or like 20 years. So basically, at a certain age, 20 years is life. I don't know if you guys think that you could live in prison for like 20 and 30 years and just, nothing, it's just a smooth trip. It's not the same, man. You guys, when I was watching the whole thing, as far as just watching the courts and I'm just watching people go in and out, and then I put up an update on it. But there was this guy. He came out and he started speaking on how how he's gonna go after social media and a whole bunch of. I'm like, go after social media. You know what? It's not a. Don't try to point the finger at social media, because content creators are becoming more smart at just seeing who's lying and who's not and breaking things down. I think that's scaring a lot of people. And people try to put it on content creators like, oh, they think they're more holier than thou. No, it's not that. It's just that we're not making those type of mistakes, taking advantage of people in sexual abuse. When you make these type of mistakes, you end up in these type of situations. We're not, so you got to watch out for these people that, they kind of look at people when they're in these positions, and they try to keep a blind eye to the things and the stuff that they do. It's totally disgusting to just think. And I see a lot of people. I've seen a few people trying to dwell on the fact that they had, a few people that was lying. There's going to be a lot of lying people. There's going to be a lot of people there, because I told you, a lot of in these times, a lot of people worship money. You talking about the king? This is the king of worshiping money. This guy right here, Diddy. So they're gonna be in that mode. They don't want to see. I see a lot of people. They're trying to tuck it under the rug. But this type of behavior we seen in a lot of people. This is not the only type. What about Kanye West? Look at Kanye and his girl. Do you think she don't have a story to tell? Man, but if you date Kanye West you're gonna have a movie. Because I could just imagine the things you have to go through. I don't know. I didn't keep up with Kanye's whole relationship. Besides, I didn't even keep up with Kanye. But I heard that he had her walking barefoot and all this like crazy stuff. And I'm like, man, like it feels like when these females get into relationships with these dudes, it's almost like trapped. Like they're trying to find a way out. It's scary out there, you guys. I just can't believe it. What's up? Good morning, good morning, good morning. For real, it's almost like they're trying to run. It's like, you hear these stories of how, certain people are doing the demonic things online and stuff. And you try not to pay attention to them, because there's always possibilities that people are just lying because, fan favorites and just things they don't like, and they could make up anything. But then after a while, you look and you start to realize, wait, hold on. What did you say again? Let me take another look. And you see it right there. It's like, it's disgusting, man. We need more uplifting music than this low vibrational, fighting back and forth death music. I'm sick and tired of that stuff, man. I'm just totally sick and tired of that stuff. It's crazy. It's totally crazy. And just to see Diddy and people are, I've seen a lot of people out there. Well, his family, you can't get mad at, because the family is going to always want to back, but for them to it's one thing about backing your son, but then it's another thing about criticizing social media or the public. It's like now you're overstepping your boundaries here. It's your son that made these mistakes, and we are the ones that supported him, not knowing that our support that was going towards him was going towards him hurting these other people with the money that he worships and the power that he thought he possessed. So it's not fair to even point any fingers at his fans, content creators, news reporters, anybody outside of that. That's not fair. So as the family, they have to understand, that in these times, and especially as a person like a mogul or somebody, it's going to be highlighted around the world. This is not somebody that just popped up yesterday. This is a guy that have been doing these crimes for a long time now. And now 120 is a low number, actually. 120 is a low number. The way they explain in the courts when he began doing these type of things. They didn't catch everything with 120. I don't think Diddy is coming out of jail. I think he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail, and depending on, the food and whatever, however the treatment or wherever they sit him down, that's going to depend on if he's going to get his mind back right, because the usage of drugs and all of this nonsense is what led him down to this path. The drug stuff, that's going to make him feel like, oh yeah, he was a superhero, when in reality he was a demon. I gotta, healing energy to the victims. I'm starting to realize, wow, and I heard another, that same situation with people forget about these situations with him and Shine in the club, and the female that got shot in the face is saying that he did it. Who am I to say that she's wrong? Like, people, they like to throw victims like straight under the bus and just ignore them because people have some status. And it's not fair, it's not right. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. If somebody was coming out there and just throwing lies on people's name, I'll be the same one to back them too. But people are not throwing lies. People are actually telling their stories. And their stories include these demonic people that took advantage of them. I'm pretty sure a lot of people sat back like, I can't do anything. They didn't even know they could run to a lawyer. Maybe the ones that had enough guts to run to the cops and then seeing that the claims didn't even go through, they were probably scared for the rest of their life. So not just championing somebody just because they're a celebrity or they have a bunch of money and just looking at them like they can't do this or something has to be wrong or somebody's out to get them is the most ignorant. This moment's the most ignorant shit I could ever hear. FBI, they go for evidence, not what people say about somebody. People have this type of, and it's like they're stuck in this because, there's a lot of people that get in trouble with the law, but there's a lot of people that don't get in trouble with the law. When you put yourself in these types of positions with these types of people, of course you're going to be most likely held in a prison somewhere because all of this stuff is illegal. Everything from the cocaine, the flying back and forth with the nasty sex parties, all of this stuff is illegal. I haven't heard anything yet that they said about the man that doesn't seem like it could be possibly true. So I don't see why people are feeling like it's going to be a fight. The reason why they pushed it back for 7 months or that's just how it works. That's just how it works. There's a lot more people that be from this time to 7 months away. It's going to be a lot more people coming. There's going to be a lot more. So I don't see why people are doing this whole fake cover-up. Hip-hop needs a change, and it needs to show more respect for the minors coming up, as well as the females. More respect has to be shown. Because all of this nonsense of fake power, I told you guys from when I began these lives, these people have no power, you guys. They have no power. They already did their wrongs, and people know their wrongs, and they already got them in the bag. They're in trouble. They're running. From early, a lot of people knew this from earlier. He's just the big fish. But think about it. That's why when it comes to sex crimes, you'll never just see one person get arrested. It never happens like that. That's not how it works. When it comes to sex crimes, they know if they catch Diddy and there's other people in power, don't you think they're going to start erasing the tapes that they have just like Diddy? No. They try to tackle everybody. They get all the information all the way around. There's more people going down. They might even take down his son, and people thinking that his son walking into that court, that he can't be possibly one that's stuck in that court and stuck in themselves just like his father. It's the same thing going around. It's a cycle. They're just putting paperwork together. Once the name is on the paperwork, your name, it becomes a number. That's how it works. This is not like You know, and I also heard, you know, they said, well, Irv Gotti beat the feds. Irv Gotti didn't beat no damn feds. Don't let these people fool you. Irv Gotti didn't beat the feds. When the group, somebody got locked up. Preem got locked up. How would he beat the feds? No, he was squeaky clean because he's a rapper and a producer. Those guys don't do nothing in the street. Like we've been telling you. Fifth even told you, those are not street guys. Squeaky clean resume type of stuff. DJs and sign people. Nice cars and stuff. They're not into the streets. So that's the reason why they was out. When the feds, when they combing you, they're gonna find everything you did. If you tripped the old lady around the corner, it's in the paperwork. Who are you gonna believe, the feds or these people? They're the ones committing the crimes. We don't have to worry about having ourselves because we don't take advantage of people. See, when you take advantage, you could take advantage of the guy on the corner, the homeless man on the corner. And the more you rise in status, the more higher you taking advantage of somebody. And as you grow into that taking advantage person, your power is eventually going to go against you. And this is what we're seeing with our plain eyes with Diddy. Come on, this is how it goes. If you treat people like that, who's to say that he didn't? Everybody he treated like that everybody that looked up to him and thought like in a godly way and how looked at his achievements and blinded them, he took advantage of those people. You can't take advantage of a person that says, you know what, if you're not doing that, you can't. There's no way, no how. It's either we go on from this point or one of us got to leave. That's just how it works. And that's the difference between some people that they look at these celebrities and worship these people, and then when they get to these positions, they realize the person that they was worshiping is not really that person. How many times have we heard, we're watching a show and they say, well, oh, you know, the person, the host of this show, she treats all her workers bad. How many times we heard things like this? And who are the people and really think about it, the people that they're treating bad are our families, the people that work at those jobs. They might not be the host of the show, but they work behind the scenes. You have people, you know, so they get used to treating people this way. They get used to treating and looking down on people because they're not looking at you like we the ones that put them in that point. You know, we the ones that brought them up there. That's our hard-earned money. That's not their hard-earned money. It's first it comes from our pockets and then it goes to theirs. But when they're not compensated because they're being robbed, they have this like reflection of looking at us like we the ones that look. I didn't bring the baby oil to Diddy. I didn't even know about that type of nonsense. All of these other things these people add into their recipe to have sex and make love to somebody is disgusting. None of us do this. None of us. We just sit back and we see it like, oh, baby oil. Wow. I know some girls that can't. You know, they can't put that stuff on. Are you crazy? So these are weirdos. This is the weirdo stuff that we've been hearing about, and they've been trying to block it here and there. Like, oh no, that's conspiracy. It's conspiracy. How much conspiracy it is if you ain't go out there and sue somebody or speak on it? No, it's not a conspiracy. It's somebody that called you out, and I'm pretty sure within the next couple of weeks we're gonna see little pieces of those tapes, and it's disgusting. These people are yuck factor, man. And it's sad because I know that Diddy probably slept with probably one of my favorite or one of these our favorite like R&B singers, whether it's male or female, and they're probably hurt right now, don't want us to know. I know this. We all know this. But at the end of the day, it's like, you got to understand, you got to correct your wrongs. What are you doing going over there with that man? Whether you're gay or not, what are you doing going over there with that man? God put you there to make your music. Now you want more and you're going to go over there with them demons. And the sad thing is, the other day, you know, I seen it, I don't know, Gene, I guess that's Diddy's bodyguard or whatever. He's been saying so much that he damn near implicated himself in this whole like Tupac and Biggie thing. It's like, all this time you see people mourning and Miss Wallace and everybody hurting. She hurting for her son. You mean to tell me that all of this nonsense came from your own camp? Are you serious? After all of them people out in Brooklyn out there with their hearts so heavy out there crying, you mean to tell me that you did that? Like, that's where we going with it? Like, I don't get these people. It's greed, y'all. It's greed, it's greed, it's greed. That's why I always tell y'all, don't let them people fool y'all bringing on damn turkeys to your neighborhoods and throwing up turkeys like y'all some fools. Y'all work too hard for that. You got yourself, you done worked your hard, you got a nice education, you got yourself together, and you let them people trick you and think that's the way of life. That ain't the way of life. That's the fast life. Them people ain't living long. It's a sad thing to say, but it's the truth. It's the reality that we gotta face. We know they ain't living long. Don't you know how many kids in Chicago open up their minds, open up their eyes, and they ain't doing that nonsense no more? But the companies don't see it that way. They see like the drill music, the death, they see a dollar sign in it. So they're like, no, keep going. So the more we try to wake them up, they're trying to put them back to sleep. And that's what we're up against. That's what we're up against. We got to try to save the people that want to be saved, because the rest of the people, they're going to fall victim to all of this nonsense going around. I told y'all the diamonds is fake. I told y'all the social media posts is fake. The houses is fake. No family pictures on the wall. I told y'all these people relationships is fake. And you still don't get it? It's a promotion to get them more money, to greed. It ain't nothing wrong with getting money, but it's how you get the money. It's how long it lasts with you. Don't you know a grandmother somewhere out there in Brooklyn on one of these places saving her pennies will have that money longer than a person like Diddy with billions that went all the way up top and they pull it away from them? It's who you are. The value of the money don't make you. You can live in the smallest of places and let them people laugh at you with the most happiness and live a longer, more cherishing life than a person out there. They got to booze themselves up just to numb themselves. You don't see what's going on? A lot of these people, even if though we don't see it, they're going to fall victim to drugs and all these pills behind the scene because they're scared of us understanding who they really are. That's what's going on. It's a war. Diddy's in trouble, y'all. Bad Boy, the biggest, one of the biggest in hip hop. There's no other labels I don't think that was bigger than Bad Boy at a time. I'm telling you. The biggest thing to hit New York. Nobody would ever thought Diddy would be like that. Come on now. So everything hit like a surprise, and then when you see it and they pull out the mask and say, well, y'all saying y'all want to back this and it ain't your people and it's us that's stealing from these artists. Let me show you who's doing it. Boom, and show us our people. Show us the same people that we put our trust in. And now what we can do now. We look like fools. We look foolish. Because the people that you was talking about, you pointing is, oh, he owned this, he owned that. No, it's your own people. It's your own people. That Jewish guy wasn't going to run in that room and pull off her panties. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I'm a grown man. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. You would have had to know how to do that type of stuff. And those are your own people you did it to. And that's what hurts people. It's hurtful. They ain't doing it to people that they talking about, oh, they stole this or that. No, you stole from your own people. You stole their hope, their pride. You talk down on them in your raps. All the hope that they had to get to these points where they see you up there, they see what you did and had to get there, and they don't want to go there no more. The kids think it's a short life. They think that, they only live a few years, so let's get it all now. It's because of you. See, the picture that you paint, people stare at it. And the longer they stare at it, they see more things coming out of it. The people that think words don't mean nothing are the people that just, they numb. The people that know words mean something and that can cast people and make people think and open their mind. Those are the people to pay attention to. But they all around. You got to find those people. You got to find them. Why do you think I told you about this trusting? I told you when people don't trust and the world don't trust, America's not trust, relationships ain't gonna last, nothing's gonna last. When J. Cole dropped that song, why it didn't go all crazy? Yeah, I watched the numbers. It went to 1 million. But the energy people wanted from him, they just looked for the fight. What he say about Kendrick? What he say about Drake? I told you what that does. I told you about that energy. You're playing with the wrong energy. You're trying to use that energy and make it feel like it's good energy. It ain't good energy. You're still in the same pot. You got to get out that pot. Get in the good energy pot. Don't let them people fool you. They smile in your face and they're going to throw you the same energy they've been throwing you. I'm here to tell you that you could do better than that. See what people are looking at. The trust is broken out here. Why every time when you see the election now, is all people are looking and picking out, oh, she lied, he lied. No, she lied there. And the people be right. Because now people are questioning more, which is a good thing. But even though you question, don't leave this. Look for the answer. Get the answer. Oh, that's why. Why did they do that? Why you lie to me? Why you cheat on me? Why you pull down my pants and why you did that to me? Why you drugged me? Everybody got questions. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know what Jaguar did, and she went on the show, and it might have rubbed Jay-Z wrong and Beyonce, because sometimes you gotta understand, like you have to find truth in these times. Okay, so not everything that's surrounded in the story is going to be a full plot, and we have to find the truth in it. There's going to be truth in everything. You just got to find it. Don't call her crazy. Everybody makes mistakes, but don't call her crazy, because there's truth in everything. We still all people. No matter if you see the crazy guy in the corner, he could tell you a story about that shootout that you ran from. He didn't run, he sat there. He could tell you something. So don't call nobody crazy. Just understand people see things different, and you have to know who to go for what information you're looking for. But I ain't gonna call nobody crazy. I love J and B too, and me as a person the knowledge that I have, I wouldn't step to that, and that's disrespectful. I wouldn't come at it like that's disrespectful, because you're putting people's name in something, and there's no information, no evidence, nobody pointing a finger at them. And you throw them into this, and you think that they're not going to react to it. But at the same time, it's how you feed the information to people. You can't just and Jaguar, you got to know too that, Beyonce is not just a girl that just came here yesterday, You can't just put that on us either now. You have to have some responsibility in the things you say. You saying something about her, you saying something about Jay-Z. Jay-Z ain't just start rapping yesterday. These are people that's in people's hearts with their music all the way up to this point. So you can't just snap of a finger and just expect people to say, oh, word? It's not like that. That happened with Diddy, but we saw the video. That's why it hit us like that. But you can't just put that on them people's name, because them people got kids and family and stuff. It's just, I can't go with that. I'm not calling you crazy. I'm just saying you can't do that. People know, people live with these people's music. You can't do that. Now, if something comes out, a video comes out of so-and-so doing this or so-and-so doing that, yes, then you go for yours. But you can't do it like that. And a lot of content creators fall in this same pocket. You can't just go talk about and put people in and talk about. It's not like that. Sometimes your story might be close to truth, but it's not there. And it's not ready to be put out there because it hasn't, it's not about being first. It's just about being more truthful or more to the point. Not everybody's going to get the truth dead to the needle, but at the end of the day, you come with how you feel about what situation you heard, and then that's presentable. But you don't just pull people out like that, because it's not going to be easy. Entertainment don't work like that. And it's not easy for somebody to just detach themselves. It happened with R. Kelly. R. Kelly did all of this nonsense, but his music it was in people's hearts. It was in people's weddings and things like that. It took a lot for people to detach. It's not something easy for people to do. And that's why I tell you the power of music it's crazy. People don't understand that. People don't understand when a rapper, that little kid looking up to that rapper, and now that he loses his life through a tragic death, and that little kid, and he takes on the trauma from that artist. It happens to people. Everybody love and feel different. So we have to be mindful of all this. We have to be mindful now of what we take in, what we listen to, what our kids and the little ones are listening to, because they can take that on and carry that as a backpack the rest of their life. Misguided information is the quickest thing to something going wrong, mental health, something going wrong. Because something going wrong is always an imbalance. Imbalance is like a chemical imbalance. When you put too much of this, now it's too much, it overflow. It's kind of like, it's an imbalance. And that's when people think in that direction, that's what you're feeding into that. You're feeding that side of your thoughts instead of feeding the creative side that opens your minds up to new things and things you could solve. You're feeding the side of your mind where you the side that makes you worry, and you can't feed that side. You have to feed your creative side. If you keep feeding this side, it's going to become more powerful in this, and that's when you get crazy because you're thinking you're not thinking in your senses right now. You're thinking in your mind, and it's not adding up. That's an imbalance. And a lot of people are out there thinking with that now. People are hurt, so they're thinking from a hurt place. And when you see other people hurt, and you're hurt, it's like, oh, I'm dealing with it, so you should be. No, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. When you're hurt, you're supposed to be looking for your healing. So when you see somebody else hurt, you could relate, and that become part of your healing as well. When you heal them, and that's how it goes on. The cycle keeps going. But if you keep up with the hurt, then you pile up more and more people, and then you all fall. There's no healing in that. And these types of situations that we're seeing with the Diddy's and all these music execs, they running for the border and tucking their money here and there, it's because they did wrong to people, you guys. If you did right and good to people, you could sit still at that desk and just, try to find new ways to do new streaming ways or something. But no, they running for the hills because their names are involved in these situations. We see it all the time. We see it all the time because now, you know what? If you're a criminal or doing people wrong, you might as well get ready. Get ready. Especially because what people don't understand, if put it like this, if you made a life out of doing people wrong, getting over on people, taking. I'm if I'm muted. Hold on. Okay, can y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? All right, cool. Thank you. I forgot to put the do not disturb. Let me see what y'all. My peoples, y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Hold on. And now let me, real quick. I'm gonna get back to that. Let me just jump real quick because I lost y'all and I was going a little too far out. But look. I heard Jussie Smollett, he's in LA, they attempted to break into his home. It's like, and I'm not like an all the way karma, but look, you see how karma do? He out there lying to people, and now he can't keep a place for himself without somebody, and I believe that was his his family, and look, man, live right, y'all. Live right. It's better just live right. Stop doing people like that. I never see so many people that want to maintain their image so bad that they'll do something to somebody else just to do that. That's almost crazy. That's almost crazy. How you doing? Blessings. For real. All these people, it's how hurtful it is to see somebody out there and, as a kid, you looking up to somebody, and when you get there, it's not the person that you expected. Now we're not expecting, the whole Superman glow around a person, but at least be kind and nice. And man, we got to get to a better place, you guys. And did y'all hear? This is just for the people that, for me personally, on another note, I use cocoa butter on my face, and sometimes I have different types of lotions. We could get into that to some other time. But I heard that Bath and Body had this I guess a lotion or whatever, or this soapy thing, and it had the KKK Klan members on the front of it, and they got in trouble for that. But I said, you know what? Show your face, because I've got products from there before, and I had got some products for my shorty at the time. The last time I had bought that type of stuff, and it just goes to show the owners of those companies, when you never know who these big companies and how they feel and who they behind. But it just goes to show, if they're gonna let that out on their product, or somebody that's gonna design that way to put a KKK members on the front of the thing, it just goes to show that they're not. they're not really focused on their people or the people that they're selling these products to. They have a message, and they have enough money where they don't care if you guys buy it or not. They're pushing their message some other way else. They're probably in cahoots with one of these politicians and stuff. You could. It's always when I see stuff like that and people put on their products and go against any race. It don't just have to be the black race. Any type of race making fun of it, or just any make. It's just like your heart ain't in it. You gonna put that on a product? That ain't. It's just like, I looked at that like, it's stupid. I wouldn't buy that stuff. It's not. It's so many other places that sell the same type of products that will treat their customers better, and I'd rather spend my dollar with them. So when it comes to Bath and Body, yeah, it's other places that you have a lot of smell good items you can get your smell good on. I see, and that's another thing too. And I'm gonna tell you this story real quick. It's really short. It's about Eric, the mayor. I remember one time, like I seen the mayor. He got up with a few rappers, and I said to myself, this is all my fault. I'm gonna blame myself for this, and I'm gonna tell you why. So I see the mayor with a few rappers now, and I seen him. This was earlier a while back, not that far back, but a while back. I see him with and it's on Instagram. So, and I still left the message up there too on his picture, but I left like a nice message under it, like saying that, because I felt like from what I've seen, I'm like, damn, the mayor is working hard. This is kind of the gist of what I was saying. I was like, damn, the mayor is kind of working harder than the president. He's out here actually touching these streets. That's like the whole gist of it. But boy, when I tell you, them people on Instagram had it out with me. Them people almost rip your boy up, man. When I said that to him, man, them people on Instagram didn't forget me. They didn't forget your boy. People started writing under my message, oh, he didn't do this, he didn't do that. Why are you thinking? I'm like, whoa, oh man, I only seen one clip, but in my head, I'm saying I didn't respond like that because it was my fault. If I'm not gonna do my full research on it, I deserve to get this type of treatment. Just thinking that one picture of him and a few rappers saying how they was trying to do, I guess it was something like maybe prison reform or something crazy like that. And these are people that's actually looking to get certain things and things passed out of the man. And I'm putting up my silly little message on how, you're looking like you're in the street. Look, that was all my fault. So then people had it out with me, and they didn't even know I'm the type of person. I'm like, yeah, that was stupid for that. That was the dumbest thing. I didn't even do his research. And they had it out. I'm talking about a list of things that they said that he did this and wrong. And now I see that he got himself caught up in this mess. And I said, look at that. And I'm not saying if he's right. I'm not saying if he's wrong. But all I see when I really analyze it, just on a human to human, what the hell you're a grown man. You're an older man. What are you doing hanging out with them people? You got a wife at home. What are you doing going out hanging out with them people for? What are you really doing out there? At that age, you ain't supposed to be mingling like that. When you really analyze it, I even seen, correct me if is it just Mathis that he was with his wife and he went back home? Man, when I smile when I see that picture with him and his wife and I believe that was his granddaughter. I smile. I said, that's what a real man does. You start realizing maybe I'm doing putting too much time into my work. I've been doing it for all these years, and my wife been behind me all this time. All the time she missed out on me, having me, for me, the person she fell in love with. She watched you sacrifice for the family, and now when she has her little time, she wants to have it with you. You still want to be involved with work. And he realized that, and now he came back home and he's there and putting that time in like a real man should do. That's what real love is about. It's about understanding what your other partner is, because everybody has their little things. It might not be the biggest thing to you, but it might be everything to your partner. Just that little time that you have that she might have needed just to get her mind clear of some things that she might have saw in the news that day. She had nobody to turn to. All she could turn to is social media and see all this stuff that people are throwing at her. She wanted really an at-home opinion, in other words, like a at-home lover's opinion, in other words. You know what I mean? And then when you don't have that there and that time is missing, then it kind of like it starts taking away from who you are. You start not expecting that time from somebody, and now you just get used to that. You can't get used to that. You got to get used to being that comfort, that shared opinion and understanding and trying to learn together and growing together. That's what it's really all about. So I'm happy to see the judge back with his wife. And I don't really want to see like the relationships where it's like you got to leave and everything burning behind you, you know? Because after a while, it's like then the kids look up, they ready to run from their relationships. The first time, you know, something go wrong, it's not like just break up and just go. Come on, man. It's like people ain't really putting no, you know, when it comes to like love and stuff like that, people are not really attaching it to anything. Like that's something people are treating like, oh, that's at home, that's private. Love is not always like private. Nah. Love is something that's supposed to be public too. When you have love, if you're in love with somebody, people around you, when y'all go out and y'all enjoying each other, people around you can feel the love that y'all have for each other, and they want to be part of that. They want to be part of that, and it's only right to be part of that. Because what else options do people have out there that you can be a part of? The club scene, there's a lot of drugs in that, and you can end up in a place where you don't want to end up. When it comes to entertainment, I would say it's safer to go towards the movies, even though we hear things in the movies too. It's a little more safer to go that route than to go the route of hip hop, because hip hop is a place where you have to be a strong enough person to hold your own, because there's always going to be somebody taking advantage of you, even if they talk to you in the sweetest of ways. Behind their head, you can't really see what's in the back of their mind. So if you don't have that type of like, you know, like interior, that type of a structure about yourself to know what, you know, enough is enough, then you can fall victim like any one of these people, believing in these people. But meanwhile, a lot of the people that, now I'm thinking about it, a lot of the people that they took opportunities from and they just, you know, play with their dreams, a lot of those people could have changed hip hop in a way where it could have benefited everybody now. But instead, it's like me, gimme. I never understood that. First, in the black culture, ain't it a damn shame? First we complain, right? We say, we need this because we wasn't, you know, a lot of us came from here and we trying to make it there, and we always give our best. And we start taking over in different places, whether it be sports, you see more of our people. And then when you look for the same people, we want inspiration, but when you look for them same people for a helping hand and they look back down on you, you're like, wait, did you change and turn into somebody else, or is this the way you are supposed to be when you get there? And that confuses people, because it makes the youth look like when they get somewhere they got to act in this certain arrogance. You don't have to be that way. You could be like the same person you was when you got there, and then still, you know, I don't know, man. People get just misled, because it's like you don't have to pick up, the more money you get, you don't have to pick up an arrogance with that. You know what I mean? Like, as an artist, in order for you to be great, like the Jay-Z's and the Biggie Smalls and the Andre 3000s, the T.I.s, the Nicki Minaj's, and the all the dope MCs, in order for you to get to those points, don't copy other people's music. If you want, it takes effort to make it to effortless. Don't let these people fool you and think that they didn't have to work hard to make it seem effortless. You have to work to that point. Yeah, it's a God-given gift, but God didn't make the whole world rappers, you know? So you have to know that is just it's a tunnel for you to experience something that you can help other people with. If you look at it like that, you'll find more in it. You don't just, it's not like just because you don't write your raps down, it's special. No matter what goes down here is what makes it special. It doesn't matter how you get to that point of putting it down, whether you write it on paper, on the wall, on the floor. When it's finished and it translates with the people, what makes it special is the connection that it makes with the audience and the fans. So don't make the special in the person that is putting it out there. Make the specials in the words and how it connects to people. Because a lot of these times, if you really go back and listen to your top 10 songs, and I bet you out of those top 10 songs, you like the beat more than you like the lyrics, at least on 5 of them. Me too. I like the beat more than the lyrics. And that's a problem. That's a problem, y'all. It's a problem. That's why, I was a little, I'm gonna stay on this. I'm gonna touch it for a little bit. I didn't want to go all the way in like that because I know he's a good dude, but I'm gonna touch on the J. Cole a little bit. And I'm gonna give you my real, how I feel from my heart and how when I heard it, and I'm gonna give you everything how I feel on it. And this is just being honest, y'all. I love J. Cole. I love J. Cole's music. When I heard this new track, I was one of like, I would say it dropped. When I seen it, it was on like 48 minutes. So that's why I caught it early. I recognized the beat. The first thing that caught my ear was the sample. I said, oh yeah, that's the Jay-Z sample from Reasonable Doubt. Okay, the first thing that came into my mind was, oh, J. Cole rhymed on that beat before though. He already remixed this beat. Like he loves rhyming on that beat. And the flow on it that he put on it, it was Jay-Z-ish, according to the beat that when Jay rapped on it. According to the original, he kept like, as far as like the flow-ish, and the flow is very, now as far as the rap, the verses, tight. I think the verses were tight, very informational, but I just feel like the energy that he put into those verses, it just left me a little question. And the question was the aggressiveness that he put out there and how he spoke, getting like how he was like the referee between Kendrick and the Drake and the aggressiveness of that rap is like the energy was off a little bit. That's why I told y'all, like, people were still by the time I look back, the views are up and people are already asking questions like and talking about, oh, Drake, Kendrick, oh, he spoke. And that for me, that started pulling me away from the song. Not only I don't really like to hear cover songs, like I don't mind if you do maybe a little piece of another song over. When I hear like a song that I really loved as a hit and then somebody does it over, and the hit song the first original version of it would be the actual vibe that I loved, and then the second one would be they'll change like the energy of it, and maybe like say like a guy was saying I'm falling in love with my female, and this version of it is saying like I hate you, and it's like it changes the energy, and that's like a cover of this song, and that's the new version of it. I don't really like those type of songs. So like I can't just scream everybody has to be original, but I hear a lot of people doing more karaoke made music than actually bringing themselves to the table. And it sucks because when I hear things, I hear it, I'm so sharp on the air that when I hear it, like, oh, that's a bite, but then I try to ease myself back into give it the listen. And I kind of felt that way. I felt like J. Cole was playing with Jay-Z's flow a little bit, but I love the direction he was going. But we have to, and J. Cole has to also understand as well, the energy that's out there right now, you're fighting the energy that people want this fight. They want this aggression in the music that they listen to. And then there's people like myself that we want more of the love music. But I just felt like, it's just like when Big Sean dropped his album. Yeah, I know Big Sean makes great music. I love Big Sean's music. I can't say a song that I don't like from Big Sean, but it's just the energy when he dropped it. And I don't know, man. Hip hop really needs to fix this, man. It's the energy that people are looking for, that people are so used to this back and forth fighting that's the only thing it feels like people will accept right now, and it's sad. It's sad. I told you that same thing with the Kendrick, like we know Kendrick for making good music all this time, and we know that they're not like us. It's like this is more like a song outside, but when we listen to Pimp My Butterfly and all his other things, he's been making dope music. So the people that were so surprised, it bugged me out. It was like, what, y'all don't listen to Kendrick Lamar? Oh, I get it. Y'all only listen to radio-driven music. Like whatever's on the radio, you only listen to the singles. A lot of us, we don't do that. It's like almost like wearing the same shirt as somebody when you go in the mall. You going shopping and you're buying the sneakers, the shirt, everything from one store. It's ridiculous. Now when you go out there, people out there looking like you walking all over the place. You guys look like robots. It's like you have to a mall. You don't want to ever go in a mall and they have to dress you. You want to put your stuff together. You want to no. I'm not matching the hat. No. I'm only matching the socks today. I'm not matching the hat. And it's like, you can't live and for the, like the way people want you to live. You have to construct your life the way you want to construct your life. Craziness, man. I'm telling you, man. And look at Limp Bizkit. He's suing for $200 million. $200 million. Man, and if that's Universal he was on, Universal done ran with that money, man. I'm going to tell you, Limp, they ran with your money. From the time I heard all of these record execs were running out of their positions, I knew what time it was. It's like they got their papers and they are gone, because the longer they stay, the more they lose. Not only do they lose time, they lose money, and they also lose a possibility of finding themselves a new job with the same type of position. I've been in these places. It's not easy. When you lose your job, it takes you a couple months to get yourself back and get prepared for a new cycle of working if you want to go back that route. So when you see people like 200 million, you think Limp Bizkit's the only one? No, he probably had enough money to get his paperwork in order to sue them. But he might get his money. Then people are too thief. Then people are really, to be honest with you, the artist was really supposed to be more richer than the execs and all those people. But they structured it in a way where the artists have to keep going to them for money. So they have a percentage of where they work their structure of paying artists, and they're getting the bulk of it. So when they say they're done and they're running out of the building, yeah, the artists are gonna suffer. That sucks. So you know that there wasn't, and yes, we're gonna get to this. I heard. Chris Brown, I heard. And you know, the reason why I didn't mention it the first time, y'all already know. I don't have to say it over and over. Y'all know the reason why I didn't mention the Chris Brown. You know, it's only respect for the family. I didn't want to even mention it, but when I seen the victim was this other person, and it was, it seems she looks like a white lady, and that's what the documentary's on. But in my head, I'm like, I want to find out. I want to see more information on that whole Chris Brown, because I don't really want to jump out the window and say, Chris, you doing this type of stuff? You doing this again? I really want to get more information on this, because in these times, you know, shit crazy, man. Aaron Hall got up there and told us what Diddy did, and told us how he did girls and pulling them and taking them in there and doing what he wanted with them. And people like ignored it. So I can't put it past these people. My whole thing is, these people don't got family, but I can't say it like that, because some of the females don't even want to tell people their experience. They only want people to know their experience with that person for whatever they could imagine, because that's the only thing that gives them some benefit with being with that person. Because they feel like now if they tell, oh, well, I was with Diddy and this is what he did to me, they'd be like, people are like, what? And then that would have to push them more to go to authority. So I can understand why people would put that cover up and not wanting people to know their experience. But you have to let people know so that the next person will not fall into these same problems. And that's the point where we at right now. People they standing up for theirs. You know, I'm never going to stand on the side of the people that I know they're wrong. I'm always going to be on the victim's side no matter what happens. It doesn't no matter what happens, because even if he wins this, which I doubt, and you guys are still hurting, there's always still going to be a place for you guys to grow and still become a better person. It's not about really him. It's about you guys mostly. It's not about him. What he did to people, when you see how them people scream at him when he was screaming at his family coming out the courtroom, that's his mother and them screaming out. That's the energy he built for them people. That's not the energy that people are just screaming. No, that's what he did. The monster did that. It's not, you know, it ain't right. It ain't right. I feel like what I heard, I feel like he's looking like something like 20 years or something like that. Some crazy like that, 20. At least probably 10. And 10 will be like, I know the families are going to feel like he beat it with 10, but somewhere along those lines, he's going to find himself near. Yeah, man. So what you guys got planned for the weekend? This weekend I'm actually working on some new designs for the line. I got some new things coming. I'm wearing the oversized fit right now. Oh, how could I forget? This episode is sponsored to you by Inspired by Dreams Clothing. If you want to check out the brand Preppy Streetwear, it's inspiredbydreams.shop. And that's dreams with 3 Z's at the end, you know? So I love you guys. I'm going to definitely get up with you guys. You're the best. She always repping for me, and I'll never forget that. Watch. Surprises, surprises, surprises. We getting the channel up. We're going to grow the channel, and we're going to grow it with good energy. We're not growing it with any bad energy. We're not trying to do that. I want y'all to, at least we can always come here and find a place to bust it up. And if y'all have things going on in your life that maybe you might have questions that you want to ever ask me, I don't have answers for everything, but I can help you with the little things, you know? So love you guys. It's Friday. Go enjoy yourself. Put your energy into you. Make sure that all the things you concentrate is on you and your family and the loved ones around you. And keep yourself away from all those bad energy people, bad-minded people want to pull you down and point out your wrongs. We all do wrongs, but we fixing our wrongs, all right? Love y'all, and thank you for tuning in. Y'all the best. And yeah, I might drop a little extra something on Saturday. I don't know.